Hello, 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 hello. Beautiful, beautiful morning filled with the sounds of the birds once again. It is truly something that needs to be appreciated. And also the role that has been missing or that will be gone forever, it seems. But thankful that I lived through it, could understand how your grandparents or your great-grandparents and the effect that they have on our lives. Now, one of my advantages where I grew up in a less technological time. There wasn't so much social media. There really wasn't internet, amongst other things. So we went to grandma's house or great-grandma's house. Or with my family, my great-grandmother was called Mama, my grandmother was called Mother, and my own mama was called Ma. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but that what was passed down, that's what everybody called, and that is that point that I mean it was passed down. Our great and our great, they passed down their knowledge, their wisdom, and just being around them and celebrating them was a beautiful thing. It was absolutely wonderful. The family reunions, those things, it didn't matter if we didn't get along or not. We wasn't there for each other. We were there to celebrate the life, the legacy. But that is not so more anymore. There are kids today who don't understand, who only think of boring, old thoughts that should not come to play, because you would not have been here if not for this person. Your existence would be nothing without this person surviving whatever they went through, whatever lessons that were learned from there, whether it is known or unknown. They're not appreciated anymore. The thought, the love, the care, it's gone. We'd rather be on our phones or the internet or out with the boys or girls or hanging out instead of spending a little time, a little bit of your time, and I mean honest time, not the time we're just sitting there just to show face, to say that we did, we went, we saw, we stayed, but genuine, that genuine wanting to go and be around them. When I used to come home from the service, because I came home about every 2 years, I would make it my duty to go and see my grandmother. Mama, I know, I will always see you, but there is things that you cannot make, no matter how many years you stay in the kitchen, that will not taste like grandma's. The memories of my grandfather, being around them, just running around, having a good, wholesome time. Oh my grandmother taught me how to drive. You know, I'm talking about back in them old Chrysler LeBaron days. Yeah, I might be showing my age, but it was a part of my life. And she passed down knowledge, wisdom, and just the whole feeling of family. There are those who didn't get to grow up and have that grandparent in their life. Experience the things that I'm talking about. Grandmother making cornbread. Well, I grew up in the South, so we had hog maw. Delicious. Neck bones. Sweet peas. A little bit of fat back in it. Or add some fish and grits. Or, that's why I went there. That's why I made sure I visit. And that's why it hurt so much watching her before she passed. Because this woman was a strong woman. Even into her 70s, she still was driving and working. And that, to see someone that strong, that I've only known to be strong all my life, in such a weak state, it hurt. It hurt. But at the same time, I am so happy to have had that experience. To understand that these are the traits. These are the stories that I can tell. This is the type of environment that I want in my home. The sitting at the table, to honor and let them know that we love them, we care for you, you are truly missed. I was around my grandparents from a very young age, and not just because they were the ultimate babysitter. It was fun times, I remember burning to death in Mama's house. Remember Mama? My great-grandmother. They had that old wood stove, and back when you had the splinters and you had to get like the stuff like that, and you started, and no matter how hot it is, that stove would be running and burning. And she's sitting up there with her little can of snuff. I did not know that's what my grandma was doing back in the day. So when I fast forward, I'm in my mid-20s and I'm on a deployment, and I see this pretty little female dipping, and thought that, wow, I have never seen a female dip before. How can she? And then you're thinking, it's like, oh, my great-grandma was dipping. But those are memories, that whole essence of people getting together because they love this person, they understand what all of this person went through, and that their life would not be here without them. And that it's not here. With so much violence and so much need to be individuals. And nothing is wrong with that. But you have to have two to make one. And it doesn't matter if it's a test tube baby. It doesn't matter if it's just someone that is handling the pregnancy. I can't think of the proper name, but it doesn't matter. But that part that is fading, that part that is just going away, it's hurting. It's hurting the lives of so many people. The parents, because we are the ones that are responsible for teaching our children. And the children as well. Because when we get older, we understand more about the parts of our family, and we make a choice if we are going to continue, if we're going to attempt, try. But I am thankful for those memories, good and bad. And from getting chased by chickens, trying to put them in a chicken coop, watching my grandmother take a chicken, put on a block of wood, and the rest. Just all of those memories, the food, the family, the respect, the peace of just being around those and experiencing that happy. Everybody bringing their specialty. This person can only make the potato salad. This person can only make the chicken. This person can only make the perlo. It's family time. And with that, it's passed down that family is important. You guys can put stuff aside and honor someone else's life. We can stop being selfish, petty, and just celebrate and be in awe of how or whatever little connection we have to our history is right there in front of us. And at the same time, it is also on the great parents and the grandparents as well to think about that little child. Because once we're an adult and we make those decisions, that is our decision. They need to still try to reach out and see the grandkids. Because it's not about you and the daughter, it's about the child. It's not about you and the son, it's about the child. A child should not be deprived of knowing about their grandparents or being around them. But there are those who take things into their own hands and make decisions, and that connection is broke, it's lost, gone. And once that happens, that's it. It's hard to make that or get that back. That child is not going to be concerned with once he has kids and that kid has a child, of him being a grandfather, wanting to be remembered, wanting to be respected, wanting to feel loved and honored, that you worked, sacrificed, raised a child, and that child has had a child, lived long enough to have a child. And it's not a part of your life. Our bloodline is way deeper and provides more knowledge than many think. But there's still hope. And thank you. Thank you for giving me that knowledge. Thank you for helping me to further think on that passing thought that came to my mind. And I'm able to say my prayers and honor you all and continue continue. Thank you, thank you. For each passing day, you further help me to be able to build inside of our home into the ideal place that I want it to be, you want it to be, and that will be better for the children and those to come. Amen.